There's a lot of ways to get dazed by blaze.
Today on American Gladiators, the stakes are raised as we move into the second round. Her time has finally come. Kristi Kropp, the construction worker from Minneapolis, will finally get her chance on the wall. Back home, she practiced again and again on her own homemade contraption. Her opponent, Kimberly Lents of New York City, is an athlete who always seems to find a way to win. On the men's side, the Battle Cat is back. Coz Worthington, he found out in round one what it's like to get a Gladiator wake-up call.
First got hit, ding dong, you're here.
So hold on to your hats. Coz will have to score early and often to beat the explosive Johnny Vineyard.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Gladiator Arena in Los Angeles, California, here are your American Gladiators. She's solid gold. Thunder. Sap. Here comes the laser beam. Blade. Nitro. Diamond. Gemini. Ice. Power. The Samuel Goldwyn Company presents the American Gladiators. Let the games begin.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamling along with NFL Hall of Famer Larry Zonka. Welcome to another edition of the American Gladiators. Today we begin our second round of competition in our first half season. Once again, first and second half winners will meet in our grand championship. And Larry, our four contenders today, Coz Worthington, Johnny Vineyard, Kristi Kropp, and Kimberly Lents. Well, I guess the best way to describe them, they're no longer rookies.
No, they've been experienced. More experience means better competition. That means we're going to have a real fight on our hands.
Men's first event is the Joust. Johnny Vineyard is up first, an event that he did not do well in the preliminary rounds, but then he drew nitro. Today he draws laser.
Well, in our men's round, you look at the two athletes. Coz Worthington, the more well-rounded athlete of the two, scores well in the preliminary rounds, does well in the Eliminator. Then you go over and look at Johnny Vineyard. Does not do well in the early rounds, but comes through with a stellar performance in the Eliminator. All in all, the pressure's on him. He must perform in the early rounds to stay in this horse race today.
Larry, this is a second round match, and we should mention that in addition to the three winners, the man and woman who comes up with the most points in the losers bracket also advances. Again, the contenders have 30 seconds to see if they can dislodge the Gladiator from the platform. A win worth 10 points, a draw lasting the entire 30 seconds worth 5. Johnny going low and now taking some shots because of it. He goes over to Laser's platform first, so that's an automatic disqualification. No points for Johnny Vineyard.
Johnny makes the big mistake. He puts his head down to avoid the blow, but never gets it back up and falls across.
And Larry, they don't cause Coz the Battle Cat for nothing. This man has a third-degree black belt in karate.
And we watched him go through his warm-ups in the locker room early on. He gets into it. His hero is Bruce Lee. He's been hanging around out here in Hollywood trying to break into the movies. I don't know how much success he's had with that. Let's see how he does in the Joust.
Well, in the Joust, in the prelims, he knocked Laser off in 6 seconds or got Laser disqualified. Coz Worthington likes close quarters and doing battle. Let's see what happens here. I'm sure Laser has a long memory, too. He remembered what happened in the first round.
Laser has not forgotten.
So no points for either Coz nor Johnny, as the Gladiators, Laser in this case, throws the shutout.
Well, Coz might be looking for some battle, but Laser gives him all he wants with a couple roundhouses and peels him right off the platform.
Our 27-year-old construction worker, Kristi Kropp, is up first in the Joust. In her preliminary round, she went against Lace and earned a draw. Today, she gets Diamond.
Oh, Mike, she kept a good wide stance in that go-around with Lace, maintained herself on the platform. We call her the Hammer. She works construction in the summertime, uses a jackhammer, so we nicknamed her that. We'll see how she does against Diamond.
Kristi, looking to get a master's degree in exercise physiology, beat Terrell Torgeson to get to this point.
On guard!
Diamond, the early aggressor now. Kristi coming on a bit.
tough event, Mike. Not only do you have to deliver and receive the blows, but you have to maintain your balance up on that platform. Oh, she had Diamond up on one leg.
Diamond's about to go, but she's regained her balance. Now Kristi in trouble. 6 seconds left. And just like the preliminary round, Kristi Kropp earns a draw in the joust worth 5 points.
Now Kristi does a good job of avoiding some blows, then she lands a couple, but then she lacks that killer instinct. Once she gets Diamond on the defensive, she has to take advantage of it.
All right, 26-year-old Kimberly Lents up top now on the platform. She draws Blaze in the joust. In the prelims, Kimberly earned a draw, going the distance against Ice. So you know Kim is tough in this event. Again, she's a good athlete, and she has that sense of gravity and balance.
Well, she's going to need it in this. She's got to get a wide stance and go on the offensive. If she just stands and takes it, it's going to be a quick trip to the mat.
Kimberly with that double-barreled rooting section, not only her mom, Bernice, who flew in from Winston-Salem, but her fiancé, Warren, who just came in today from the Philippines, Larry.
Yeah, that added a little something to her competitive spirit.
Uh-oh, Blaze has got her going.
Look at Blaze wield that stick. I got to get out of here.
Kimberly took one shot in the back of the head, then one in the behind, and that was it for her. So no points for Kimberly Lents.
Fiance or no fiance, I'm getting off of here.
So the joust is now history, and after one event, Kristi Kropp with a 5-0 lead over Kimberly Lents. Back in the locker room, well, Gemini is all business, and why not? Hang Tough is next. Stay with us as American Gladiators continues after this. Welcome back, Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California. Kimberly Lents looking to get on the scoreboard after getting shut out in the joust. She draws Zap here in Hang Tough. In her preliminary round, Kimberly faced Ice in this event and lasted 38 seconds before being pulled off the rings.
And in the rings, if you make it across, it's 10 points. And if you hang tough, 5 points.
Ready!
Waiting in the wings, looking on intently, Kristi Kropp. She's up next.
Kimberly taking those long swing actions, covering a lot of ground, but she's getting right into the grasp of the Gladiator.
Kim, however, doing a nice job of keeping momentum on those rings and being able to move backwards, forwards, and sideways.
Gotta move, Zap. 5, 6.
Well, Kim has decided to go back to the platform, it appears, and get another start. Now, here she goes. 19 seconds left.
Maybe she can go right down the middle, Mike.
She's got a breakaway. Zap trying to shadow her every move on the rings. Wow, Kim now taking an outside line, doing a great job, but 5 seconds left.
She got too far to the outside if she'd have taken the next ring in.
So she runs out of time, but not before. She picks up 5 points for the draw, and Kimberly Lents is now on the scoreboard, much to the delight of her mom, Bernice, and her fiancé, Warren. In her preliminary round matchup, Kristi earned a draw against Ice. This time she gets to face Zap.
Ready!
And Larry, it really doesn't matter who a contender draws. All of our female gladiators have become experts in this event.
Zap a little more frisky than usual. She was down there grinning, talking to the audience. Pretty confident.
Still relatively new, but really has taken to this event.
Ooh, close at hand. Dangerous move.
Kristi actually batted Zap's legs away from her for a second, Now she's pleading with her, please don't take me down, please. Kristi would have to hang on for 20 seconds.
It's a long time.
There she goes.
The Zapster, not that all of imposing type figure. She's little, but she's strong, and she uses that strength to pull Kristi's fingers from the rings and then takes her on that trip to the mat.
And with her draw, Kimberly Lents is tied up this second round affair. Both of women have 5 points. Men's hang tough is up next, and first up for the contenders, Coz Worthington. This man, our karate instructor, smoked Turbo in the preliminary round, and prior to that matchup, Turbo had never been beaten in 14 versions of hang tough.
Well, he's been smiling a lot, trying to get the Gladiators to forget about that, but it appears that Gemini has it fresh on his mind.
Ready!
Referee Larry Thompson starts the match.
Move, you gotta move. You gotta move, 4.
One of the things that makes Coz good in this event, although he's in trouble now, is being able to change directions. Now he's found a ring, and here he goes.
He's making
Trying to break away.
some desperate grabs there, trying to get out of the clutches of Gemini. He's got
25 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what happens.
Got a good opening. He's got good momentum. One at a time. He went to the outside. That could cost him for the platform.
13
Don't
seconds
stay off the
left.
platform. Stay off the
He may have to make a
platform.
bold move right here. Let's see what happens. 5 seconds left. Oh! Coz Worthington runs out of time. You can see the anguish on his face, but he does earn 5 points for the draw against Gemini. Johnny Vineyard looking to get on the scoreboard. He was shut out of the Joust. Now a chance to earn points here in hang tough. Cool, calm, and collected. By contrast, Gemini, the Gladiator on the platform up there, a picture of determination.
Gemini with that determined look on his face. He's getting pretty good at this, Mike. He likes this particular event.
Johnny's on his
Gotta
way.
go.
Now Gemini gets started.
Gotta move, Johnny.
Larry, the contenders who are good in this event, you notice how still their legs are. They don't waste any energy down there. They try to keep a still lower body and a active upper body with those arms. Full extension.
And a certain strategy, Mike. Sometimes it's better to go back a little, make that secondary move, and that's what he's trying to do right now. Johnny trying to go down the middle.
He got Gemini to commit, and now he's got Gemini in trouble, and down goes Gemini. Johnny pumps that fist. He knows he's got a chance for the 10 points. Now he peeks at the clock. There's just 12 seconds left.
Gonna have to take the big gamble here. One shot. Here it
7
is.
seconds left. He's got it. Johnny Vineyard on the scoreboard with 10 points. Gemini gives Johnny that look. Get out of town, man. You were lucky. But with that effort, he takes a 5-point lead over Coz Worthington after 2 events. In a moment, we're going to introduce you to our newest Gladiator. Beware of the power of Tower. He's getting pumped up for Swingshot. That's next. The third event in this second round match is Swingshot, one of our 2 new events on American Gladiators. And coming into this event, Coz Worthington trails Johnny Vineyard by 5 points. Both the contenders attached to bungee cords. There you see Johnny on his tower. And they'll be dealing with a real tower here, the Tower of Power. 6'6", 275, the newest member of our Gladiator team. He'll be joined by another big man, Thunder, and also Nitro. In this event, the contenders have 45 seconds to spring from their towers, leap from the floor using the momentum of the bungee cord, then grab one of the yellow, blue, or red balls, come back to the floor, and spring back to their tower and put it in the scoring pod. The scoring for this event has been upgraded. Yellow's worth 1, blues 3, reds 5.
Contenders ready.
Johnny in the lead right now, 10-5 over Coz.
45-second time limit in this event.
And a big get together. Coz comes away with a blue ball, 5 points.
Johnny was right there too, but he lost control of his ball. Coz now gets a yellow one, and so does Johnny. Here comes Coz again with the yellow ball.
Coz just giving this thing a workout.
He's grabbing that bungee cord like Tarzan grabs his vine.
Tower with a nice block on Coz. Here come all three Gladiators.
10 seconds to go. Johnny's got a blue. Right now it's all tied. So Coz picks up 6 points to Johnny Vineyard's 4 and cuts into Johnny's lead after 3 events, 14-11.
Tower shaking his fist. This is his first taste of battle. Looks like he enjoys it. And speaking of enjoyment, look at Coz. He's enjoying a day at the park playing Superman. He just takes balls, goes home, and puts them in the pod and picks up points in the process.
Hey, coming up in 3 weeks here on the American Gladiators, our Pro Football Challenge of Champions, Larry.
So my old NFL buddies are going to go head-to-head with the Gladiators.
6 former greats are going to find out what it's like to go back to training camp again. Well, the women are up next. Kristi Kropp and Kimberly Lents tied at 5 after 2 events, and they're set for Swingshot. Kristi, with her credentials as an All-American track and field athlete to the University of Wisconsin, Kim Lents beat Jill Schenk to get here to the second round. And they'll have to do battle in midair against Diamond, Ice, and Blaze.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready!
This is Kimberly's first shot at this event. Kristi did well in her preliminary round, but it's Kimberly Lents who's got the yellow ball first, and she puts it back in to score the first points of this contest.
Kristi with a blue. Can she put it back away? Yeah,
yes.
It's in there.
And look at Diamond and Blaze. Kristi's got another blue ball, though. She's got 6 points already. Here comes Ice trying to stop the Contenders. Kristi going up and can't all right, Kim. She's got a yellow ball. 8 seconds left. Kristi reaches a yellow on her way back down, the old acorn trick.
Yeah, she was going for the red, but couldn't get it, and as she went by, picked up a yellow.
That's it.
And that's it, as Kristi and Kimberly both benefited by Blaze and Diamond getting tangled up. Kristi Kropp picks up 7 points, Kimberly Lents 2. Here's a picture of synchronization. Kimberly Lents and Kristi Kropp look like the Blue Angels flying in formation. They arrive at the cylinder at the same time. Both pick off the yellow and both return to their scoring pods for the 1 point.
Mike, both girls demonstrating that they're fearless. The point of being gutty. Kristi, of course, having a real knack for this event. She does what she has to do, puts it in her mouth, tucks it away, takes it home. Can she get it in the pod? You betcha. Nice technique.
We are halfway through our competition here in the second round on American Gladiators. Johnny Vineyard with a 3-point lead over Coz Worthington in our men's competition. On the women's side of the coin, Kristi Kropp with a 5-point lead, Larry, over Kimberly Lents.
Well, Kristi's a fine athlete. We talked about it at the top of the show. Well-rounded. She's going to score some points. The objective we mentioned early on was that Kimberly had to stay in the race. She's doing that pretty good. Right now, she's going to join us down from the locker room. Well, you've scored 7 points. You're doing a little better at this point than you did in the preliminary rounds. I notice you're kind of a cool cucumber.
Well, I think the pressure was on for the very first show. Now, you know, I have my game plan out. I'm a little bit more sedate.
Well, we'll be watching in the second half. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Well, Larry, you talked about Kimberly being a cool cucumber. Nobody's cooler than Ice Ice Baby. She joins us now from the Gladiators locker room. You've got one of your best events coming up, Powerball. Your game plan, your strategy.
Game plan is I'm going to keep on their toes, and I know they're going to be quick because they're ready to score. The key to this thing is watch their hips, go low, hit them hard, bring them down.
All right, see you in the second half, Ice.
Got it.
And we'll have that second half coming up, plus that all-important Eliminator as American Gladiators continues after this. Welcome back, Gladiator Arena, and it's time now for Coz Worthington and Johnny Vineyard to do their thing in Powerball. They'll be going against Thunder, Nitro, and Laser. And as Thunder gets wound up for this Powerball matchup, let's take this time out for this Gladiator moment.
Probably one of my most memorable moments on the American Gladiators was my first season with the show. I was involved in a shutout in Powerball with Nitro and Laser. I think it was the only shutout of the season I was involved with, so it meant a lot to me.
Mike, from those days in the NFL, those shutouts are nice to remember.
And Larry, for the second round of Powerball, we've upgraded the scoring. Scores in the outer cylinders now worth 3 points, a score in the center cylinder worth 5. And Powerball is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Super NES. Now you're playing with power, super power.
Coz told me a little earlier that his favorite Gladiator was Thunder because he's such a nice guy. We'll see if he still has that opinion after this game of Powerball.
Look at that quicks. Coz zips by Thunder for the first goal.
Puts a nice move on Laser, but Laser doesn't buy, pushes him out of bounds.
Coz again in one of those outer cylinder, and Johnny scores as well. 30 seconds left. Whoa! Coz had Laser completely faked out, dropped the ball. Nitro talking about some of that strategy and teamwork. They're a little baffled out there right now as Johnny punches one in.
He's kind of got them divided between themselves with those moves.
The trio of Gladiators hasn't seen this kind of quicks before in two contenders.
Coz tries a power move on Laser and finds out that won't work.
He had a cylinder sandwich there, and that's it. Larry, early on anyway, it was a pair of nasty linebackers, but two very swivel-hipped halfbacks.
Well, Mike, yeah, that worked. But like the NFL, sooner or later, it's time to pay the fiddler, and here Coz does.
Female contenders are waiting in the wings for their turn at Powerball. They no doubt paid attention to the success that Coz and Johnny had. Kristi Kropp with a 5-point lead over Kimberly Lents coming into this event. Gladiators are pumped, and doing the honors for them, Blaze, Ice, and the Zapster. There she is, as they demonstrate the 360-degree 5.
Mike, the two contenders, they've had contact at arm's length. Now it's face-to-face.
Ready?
Kimberly lists this as her favorite event. Thought she'd do the best at it. And scores right off on Zap.
So did Kristi. Zap went a little high. Referee Larry Thompson blowing the whistle.
Up around the neck. Blaze is out. 2-on-2.
I saw Zap do the very same thing, but Larry Thompson calls Blaze for the infraction.
38 seconds.
Blaze can't believe it, but here's the proof. She's too high. She's been warned. Now she's out.
They'll basically have to play man-to-man defense. Zap on Kristi at the moment. Ice on Kim.
Kristi goes for that center pod and gets past Zap and gets it.
Again in the second round of competition, goal scored in that center cylinder worth 5 points. Kim having a field day on the outside.
Stay down. Stay down.
Ice takes Kimberly down. Kristi's going to put a move on Ice.
Whoa.
Does. Had a
Serious move.
situation where she couldn't decide whether to go for that center cylinder or take the outermost one.
10 seconds to go. Zap trying to wrestle Kristi down. She is so strong, though. Went right for that center cylinder. A big score there. Again, Kristi goes to the outside, and that's it. But what a match between Kimberly Lents and Kristi Kropp. Let's add it all up. Powerball, a much tougher game for the Gladiators when they were reduced to 2 defenders. But look at the power of Kimberly Lents. Ice taking her on, but Kim blows by her.
Gutty performance by both girls, but here you see Kristi got a few more bruises in the contact.
Larry, Kristi got bruises, but she also shook free to the tune of 25 points. Kim picked up 9, and after 4 events, Kristi with a 37-16 lead. Stay with us. Atlasphere is next. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California. The women set to go in Atlasphere.
want to do the crisscross thing? And like,
Certainly.
do you want to go first this time?
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Ice and Diamond discussing a little strategy. It doesn't always work in this event, but there is strategy involved in Atlasphere, Larry.
Yeah, there's also a lot of strength involved. Those pods are very heavy, Mike.
They go about 225 pounds apiece. You need powerful legs to handle that. But we know Kristi Kropp has powerful legs. She was a scoring dynamo in the first round.
And there's Kimberly Lents loading into her Atlasphere. 21 points down. She's going to have to get her act together very quickly, or she's going to wait forever in the Eliminator.
And standing in her way, Diamond. She's ready to go. Atlasphere is brought to you by PB Max, a real peanut butter snack. And for Atlasphere here in the second round, the scoring has been upgraded. Each goal now worth 3 points. Contender have 60 seconds to score as many times as they can by rolling their Atlaspheres over one of 4 numbered scoring pods. Diamond and Ice set to go, and here they come. Some thunderous collisions coming up.
Contenders take the outside.
Diamond and Ice actually going for Kimberly Lents, and they both missed.
You can't double team her.
Kristi breaking open, heading right straight down the court. Diamond right behind her. Will she be able to stop in the pod? Nope, Diamond says no way.
Again, keep your eye on the little black knob in the middle of those scoring pods. Those are electronic sensors, and a contender has to roll their Atlasphere over those sensors to constitute a score. Kimberly Lents did there. Here comes Kristi Kropp towards scoring pod number 4. She's right on top of it, but she can't hit that sensor, Larry.
We got 5 seconds to go. And a whistle blocks her from her last score. Kristi getting into the pod, but no points for that last one.
Kimberly Lents wins Atlasphere 6-3 and makes a small dent in Kristi's lead after 5 events. It's now 40-22.
The life of a gladiator.
Ice, ice, baby. About to shed a little more light on that subject in our Ask a Gladiator segment. Now, Bernice Remmers from Crown Point, Indiana writes, Dear Ice, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, Bernice, the Gladiators takes a lot of my time up since it is all year round, but when I do have some time, I spend it with my horse. I do a lot of jet skiing, and I'm training in the gym quite a bit.
Training in the gym is a code of conduct that Tower lives by. He's our newest Gladiator, and he's about to get his first taste of Atlasphere. Johnny Vineyard getting inside of his cage. He trails Coz Worthington 23-20. Larry?
Coz hoping to build that lead. Of course, he's going to have to face off with our other Gladiator, Thunder, and Thunder's right at home at Atlasphere.
Contenders ready. Gladiators ready.
Here they come. Head-on collision between Tower and Johnny.
Coz trying to reverse his field on Thunder. He may get away with it. Yes, he picks it up. Pod number 4.
Well, we haven't seen too many contenders do that.
Picks up one at number 1.
Johnny now rolling towards scoring pod number 3. Can he hit that sensor in the middle? No, he misses that one as well.
Oh, Coz can't get it to settle. Number 4. Thunder does a good job holding him out. Johnny with an open break for 3. Coz sees it 2.
Johnny gets there first, Larry.
Coz having some real good moves in there, being able to reverse his Atlasphere.
5 seconds to go. Johnny, can he get this one in? He does. And that's it. And they wind up with 2 goals apiece for 6 points. And the differential between the two remains the same. It's Coz 29, Johnny 26. Coming up next for the men in the wall, we'll have that as American Gladiators continues after this timeout. After 5 events in their second round match, Kristi Kropp with an 18-point lead over Kimberly Lents as the women are set to scale our 32-foot wall. Kimberly Lents There she is right now. And she'll be trailed up the wall by Zap.
Takes a licking and breaks on.
Kristi, on the other hand, well, if you're going to handicap this event, Larry, you might be tempted to go in favor of Kristi because she practiced this at home, believe it or not.
Mike, I don't go along with it. That's like shadow boxing. The difference is she's going to have Diamond behind her now.
Still, Larry, you have to give her credit for coming up with that makeshift version. She's been looking forward to this event. This is a chance for a contender to pick up 10 points if they're the first one up the wall in under 60 seconds. You can hear Bernice, that's Kimberly's mom, yelling, "Go Kim, go Kim."
You noticed how the contenders all have a sudden burst of energy when they hear those gladiators hit the wall behind them, Mike.
And that's the key thing, they hear them coming, they can't see them coming.
Oh,
Kristi goes off now. If Kimberly Lents, boy, this would be a big point swing for her going into the final event, the Eliminator. Zap has a hold of one of her toes. Kimberly pulls away.
So close again. She's gonna have to make a dive for it.
She's got a lot of time left. Come on, Kimberly, hang on.
Finally, she does it.
What a big point swing for Kimberly Lents.
War is mine. I told you the wall was hers. I told you the wall was hers.
Kimberly, talk about coming through in the clutch. You trailed by 18. You needed the 10 here in the wall, and you got it. Terrific job.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I love this wall, and this time I was determined to take it.
Yeah, what were you thinking about what happened in the prelims, not making it by 2 seconds?
Oh, Mike, that hurt me so bad, and I know I can finish it. So this time, I had some time to spare so I could sit down, take a nap, you know.
All right, Kimberly, now the scary part. I want you to look down into the audience and wave hello to your mom and fiance. Nice work.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, the men are up next, and this is Johnny Vineyard's last chance before the Eliminator to catch Coz Worthington. There's a look at Johnny. He'll be followed up the wall by Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini pumping himself up. Johnny and Coz have been very evenly matched so far. A look at Coz. He'll be followed up the wall by Nitro. Coz, as we know, a very focused individual. What else makes him tick? Let's find out. He's intense. He's driven. He's one of a kind. He's Coz. The 26-year-old from just up the Hudson River in New York is, among other things, a student of the martial arts. He's a third-degree black belt and trains like there's no tomorrow.
I love to punch and kick harder than anyone else. And I challenge people of bigger sizes. I bet I can punch harder than you.
In his real job, Coz operates a computer 8 hours a day. His saving graces are his office annex and the boombox he keeps right under his desk.
Music is my life. Well, one of the major aspects of my life. And anything that's important to me involves music.
But Coz always has an eye on the future. This man is a philosopher and an idealist at heart.
As silly as it might sound, I would like to change the world somehow.
Coz, let me tell you one thing, it doesn't sound silly.
Coz taking the big leap, starting with a big chunk of the wall.
Again, the Contenders given a 10-second head start. Johnny wasting that, having trouble early on, but there he goes.
He's got a great reach.
Look at Coz.
Gladiators well back in the competition. It's just whether or not Johnny's going to be able to make the move and pass Coz. Oh, Coz comes off the wall. Big opening for Johnny.
30 seconds remain, Larry.
Oh, he's getting crossed up. Both hands on the same grip. He's going to be in trouble here.
Scaling this wall a little bit like solving a puzzle. You always search for which grip is the correct one to hold on to.
Down to 12 seconds. He hoists himself up. He's done it.
Yeah, buddy. A big 10 points for Johnny Vineyard. He trailed after 3 events, and now he has the lead back again, 36-29.
Mike, Johnny Vineyard's definitely a happy camper. He sees an opportunity here when Coz goes off the wall, but he gets a little crossed up. He gets both hands on one grip, and here he's literally hanging on for dear life. But it seems like when the odds are the toughest, that's when Johnny comes through. He gets himself loose, and hoists himself up to the top and picks up the 10 points.
For Kimberly Lents and Kristi Kropp, well, the odds in the next event will be plenty tough. Stay with us as the Eliminator will decide everything. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California. And the question of who advances to the semifinals will be answered in the Eliminator. The women are up first. 26-year-old Kimberly Lents of New York has been excellent in the 6 prior events, but Kristi Kropp has been just a little bit better. As a result, Kristi will have a 4-second head start in the Eliminator, an edge to be sure, but not much of one. Here's Larry at the start line with Kimberly. Larry?
Kimberly, been a rough day. You've been behind a few times, but you had a superb effort on the wall, brought you up close in points. You're looking at a 4-second deficit. Can you come from behind again?
Well, Larry, I think we've been here before, and I was behind before. It ain't over till it's over.
All right, good answer. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kimberly managing a smile despite the huge obstacles she's about to face in the Eliminator. One of those obstacles, the hand bike. Should Kimberly or Kristi fall from the hand bike, they'll be detained by Diamond and Blaze in that penalty pit for a total of 10 seconds. Above the tower in the final straightaway, Ice and Zap.
You go on my whistle. You wait for second whistle. Goes to the line, please. Women's speed, Chip.
And once again, our scoring format in the Eliminator, each point worth a half second in time. Kristi led by 8 points coming into the Eliminator, thus the 4-second head start. She's in the orange, Kimberly Lents in the yellow. Larry, this should be a good one.
Kimberly not too intimidated by that handicap. She sees herself in the winner's circle.
Kristi, the All-American in track and field at the University of Wisconsin in the 400-meter hurdles and the javelin. But Kimberly Lents has cut into that 4-second head start as Kristi struggles on the hand bike. Actually, both women struggling. Kristi touches down first.
Off the log she goes.
Kim sets herself and goes sprinting across that spinning cylinder. She's got the lead. She's on the cargo net first. We have seen so many contenders lose time on the cargo net. But Kimberly Lents has made it to the top first. How much energy does she have in reserve? Here she comes down the zip line. The 2 walls will tell the tale. Here comes Kristi. Kim already over 1 wall, now the second.
She's manhandling that second wall. She's coming down a straightaway.
Larry, I think she's got it. She's going on to the semifinals.
Oh, takes a spill right at the finish line.
Overcoming that 4-second deficit.
It ain't over. It ain't over till it's over. You did a great job, kid. You've been behind several times today. Superb effort on the wall. Superb effort on the Eliminator.
Thanks, lad. Thanks a lot. It was tough. And Kristi is a great competitor, and I'm glad I met her. She's a really nice person.
Well, congratulations. Revel in your joy because you are going to the semifinals.
All right.
Got a happy gal. Back to you, Mike.
Larry, you can bet that Kimberly's mom, Bernice, who flew all the way from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and her fiancé, Warren, who just came in today from the Philippines, are mighty happy as well. Also, our congratulations to Kristi Kropp. She led after each event prior to the Eliminator. However, her effort just came up short. That's the way it goes here on the American Gladiators. Well, the men are up, and we'd be hard-pressed to come up with a better matchup than the one we've had between Johnny Vineyard and Coz Worthington, 2 superb athletes who have gone back and forth in the 6 prior events. Now, Johnny's 10-point effort in the wall has given him a 3.5-second head start. Not a very big lead when you're going against the battle cat, Coz Worthington. Larry, I know you're with Coz at the start line.
Coz, you're a battler. We call you the battle cat. You've been through it, thick of the hunt. You're still in it. You got a 3.5-second handicap. What frame of mind's that put you in?
I don't care. I don't care. It's me against this apparatus. I'll do it. I'll be carried out of here because I'm going to give it everything I've got.
Okay, we can't ask for much more focus than that. Good luck.
Thank you.
What an intense individual, laser-like concentration. Now in the men's eliminator, should either Johnny or Coz fall on the hand bike, they'll be detained in a penalty pit for a total of 7 seconds. Doing the honors here, Laser and Gemini on the tower above the final straightaway, Nitro and Tower. Johnny Vineyard in the gray, Coz Worthington in the blue.
And Mike Coz has had that kind of focus all day long.
Boy, look at Johnny muscle his way across that hand bike. In a hurry, a man on a mission, zooming across the cylinders. Boy, is he quick. Coz fighting and struggling, trying to get close to that platform. He does, he's there. Now the question, how quick does he get up that cargo net? He actually leaps for it. '24-year-old Johnny Vineyard, the construction worker. 2 walls to go. Now 1 and a final corridor.
And he bolts over that second wall, lands on his toes.
Larry, he's on his way, fighting that ball. Finally over the last hurdle and across the finish line. He's moving on to the semifinals.
Bring him in here. Bring your uncle in here. Johnny, congratulations. What a comeback. You had some problems in the early preliminary round, but you have overcome that. You settled in as a veteran.
Oh, yeah. I had some good competition, so I had to be good.
And you had some good support as your uncle joined you here for the final roundup.
Thanks, Charles.
Yeah. Well, congratulations and welcome to the semifinals, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot.
Mike.
So hats off to our construction worker from Tustin, California, Johnny Vineyard and Kimberly Lents, moving on. Now, Kristi Kropp and Coz Worthington, losers today, are not necessarily eliminated. Should their scores hold up, they could qualify for the semis from the losers bracket. Well, that's our story from Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California. For Larry Zonka, I'm Mike Adamle. See you again next week for more exciting semifinal action.